Hey guys, welcome back to The Sports Entertainer. In this episode, we look at all the breaking wrestling news and rumors you definitely don't want to miss, with some of our top stories of the day being Rhea Ripley losing to Nia Jax at Elimination Chamber, The Undertaker breaks his silence on Reigns, Rock and Cody situation, Seth Rollins goes off on not wrestling CM Punk, and so much more. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you never miss out on an episode. Sonya Deville gets married. Now, the news of Sonya Deville getting married the other night was provided exclusively by People magazine, with it being revealed that Sonya married Tony Cassano, her longtime girlfriend. Congrats to Sonya and Tony, and this was a bit of the information provided by People magazine regarding Sonya's wedding the other day. Quote, Daria Baronato and Tony Cassano have officially tied the knot. The WWE star, 30, and her fitness model fiancé, 33, said, I do, on February 10th at the Legacy Castle in New Jersey, a sprawling venue that the bride's joke was ironically quite big for their intimate ceremony, surrounded by 140 of their closest family and friends, including Baronato's fellow WWE wrestlers. Their rep confirms exclusively to People. I think we have 2.5 tables, or 3 tables of just WWE people, said Baronato ahead of the wedding. We have our neighbors coming and old family friends, and so it's like this big wrestler next to my little neighbor. There's going to be some funny pairings there. Wrestlers Charlotte Flair and Andrade, Bayley, Montez Ford and Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Mackenzie Mitchell, Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green, Mandy Rose, and WWE commentator Vic Joseph were all in attendance. Once again, congrats to Sonya and Tony, and we wish them a happy marriage. Next up, Bruce Prichard not involved with Vince allegations. Now, on his Something to Wrestle podcast, Bruce Prichard recently addressed or responded to the Vince McMahon allegations, with Prichard basically saying he can't comment on them, and that he's not involved with the ongoing investigations. Quote, as far as lawsuits and things of that nature, I'm not at liberty to discuss any legal matter with the company whatsoever. So to that, there's nothing that I can say, so there can't be a response from a legal standpoint. I'm not involved, I'm not being sued, I'm not accused of anything. It's a legal matter, and sometimes it's as simple as for those that believe, an explanation is needed, and for those that don't, no explanation will do. That's kind of where we are. Let the rest of it sit in the hands of the fine legal system we have here in the United States of America. Let us know your thoughts on Bruce Prichard's response to the Vince McMahon allegations and lawsuit down in the comments section below. Next up, Seth Rollins goes off on not wrestling CM Punk. Now, the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins addressed CM Punk's Royal Rumble injury during a recent interview with Instinct Culture's Denise Salcedo after the WrestleMania 40 press conference. And clearly Seth's pretty disappointed that his massive rumored WrestleMania clash with CM Punk has gone out the window. Quote, one of us is a fragile old man and one of us is a young stallion. So I'll be back in a couple of weeks, he'll be back in a year or two until his next injury. I don't know, I'd love to kick the crap out of him. I'm sure he'd love to get there and try to do something to me, but it's not gonna work. So am I disappointed? I'd say a little bit, only because I thought if we had an opportunity to do it, stomping his head into the mat would be the best at WrestleMania, like it would be the best at WrestleMania in front of the biggest audience. A little bummed by that. I feel like he's talking about the greatest comeback of all time. I'll be happy to stomp out that comeback when the time comes. Seth Rollins also addressed his own injury by saying, well, the second that it happened, obviously it was self-analysis, and then hope that it wasn't too serious because you knew WrestleMania was on the horizon. So there was a lot of panic. Kind of concern. I've been down this road before, I don't want to do it again. So I was very nervous, but yeah, my progress is really good, my knee is better than I expected at 3.5 weeks roughly, so I'm fully expecting to be back 110% by WrestleMania, 100% well before that. Honestly, it does really suck that we won't be getting that Rollins-Punk match at Mania this year. That was Seth's only chance to headline one of the 2 nights of WrestleMania 40 as the World Heavyweight Champion, and since that match is now off the table, Rollins just isn't getting the same spotlight he would have otherwise gotten feuding with Punk, and that's truly unfortunate. Next up, Tony Khan says AEW product is the best it's ever been. Now, AEW President Tony Khan had some glowing things to say about the All Elite Wrestling product heading into the Revolution pay-per-view during a recent interview with Sports Grid, and Tony believes the AEW product has never been better. Quote, I think right now is the best AEW has been. In Q1 2024 going into Revolution, it's an exciting time for the wrestling business, there are a lot of crazy things happening, and it's a really important time in wrestling for a variety of reasons. Some things outside of wrestling that are bigger than wrestling, but for us, we're doing the best wrestling we've ever done in AEW right now. I really believe that the Continental Classic, it was something I wanted to do for a long time, but it was just the right time, we had the right group of wrestlers, and the ability with 5 hours of TV now with Collision, and I think we found a great groove in 2024. It's been, in my opinion, like you said, the vibes around the company are strong as they've ever been. I don't know if it was trying out different styles, different things, but I know that we've hit on something right now that is some of the best AEW we've ever done. Well, do you guys agree or disagree with Tony Khan's take here that the AEW product is the best it's ever been, or do you feel like this is a complete load of bull? Let us know. Next up, Rhea Ripley losing to Nia Jax at Elimination Chamber. Now that scenario probably isn't going to sit well with a lot of wrestling fans, but WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long recently shared on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Time Machine podcast that he basically believes Nia Jax will dethrone Rhea of the Women's World title at Elimination Chamber. Quote, "I am gonna go with my baby mama, Nia. I really believe so. Don't get me wrong, I am not taking nothing away from Rhea Ripley. This girl is tough as hell, you understand what I am saying? I have watched her in the ring, she ain't no joke. But I am just saying it's my opinion, and I am not saying because I love Nia Jax or whatever, but I just believe that Nia will take this one. Let us know if you guys feel Nia Jax should become the new Women's World Champ at Elimination Chamber after defeating Rhea Ripley, or would this be a horrible mistake on WWE's part?" Next up, The Rock confirms Cody Rhodes' slap was real. Now, The Rock has officially turned heel in WWE, and it's absolutely awesome, and the People's Champ took to social media on Instagram and hyped up WrestleMania 40 big time, and sort of subtly confirmed that slapping Cody Rhodes was real, and that the line between storyline and real life was blurred and crossed when Cody decided to talk trash about their family, with The Rock saying, "I was born into this crazy world and I love every second of it. It's been decades since pro wrestling has been buzzing like this for WrestleMania, and this has become rare air that we're all breathing, and it's very effing cool and exciting for us as wrestlers, our company, and most importantly, all our fans. Your hero effed around and he found out quick what happens when you talk about our family with disrespect, lines crossed and blurred. Bring it. We don't toe the mark for no one. Road to WrestleMania begins." I mean, I don't remember another WrestleMania in recent history that's getting as much hype as this year's show, and things just haven't been this exciting in WWE in years. Was the Cody Rhodes slap real or was it scripted? Honestly, it was probably a part of the script, but the WWE have been blurring the lines between real and fiction left and right these days. Next up, The Undertaker breaks his silence on Reigns, Rock, and Cody situation. Now, clearly, Undertaker was a bit gutted when Cody Rhodes said on SmackDown last week that he wasn't going after Reigns at WrestleMania, but Taker also knows big business when he sees it, and that's The Rock and Roman Reigns, with WrestleOps posting this statement from Taker on his 6 Feet Under podcast recently, quote, "I wanted to hear Cody's promo. It was great, so good, and I was so invested. When he said, 'just not at WrestleMania,' my freaking heart just sunk into my stomach because I knew in that moment what was about to happen. Believe me, money-wise, having The Rock at Mania, brother, come on, against Roman, who's been champion for what, 13 years now? Samoan versus Samoan. It's huge, and it is what it is. It's pretty clear Undertaker believes Reigns Rock was the bigger drawing match WWE could have put on for WrestleMania this year, but WWE have decided to let Cody finish his story instead, which is a decision most fans feel was the right call. Next up, massive free agent Okada signing with AEW. Now, it appears as though All Elite Wrestling have defeated WWE when it comes to signing one of the biggest free agents in wrestling right now, Kazuchika Okada, with Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select reporting that Okada is set to join AEW following his departure from New Japan. Quote, "WWE sources that we spoke to in Las Vegas did confirm that there were talks between Okada and WWE. We've heard from WWE talent who noted Okada was weighing the pros and cons of heading to WWE compared to AEW. In the end, we're told that AEW was very confident in their offer to Okada." Sean Ross Sapp took to Twitter or X and posted this, quote, Kazuchika Okada is headed to AEW and is expected to sign soon. Fightful Select has learned. The full story, what we've heard, WWE talks and more now up for subscribers. Now this is a massive signing for AEW, although we are a bit disappointed that he's not coming over to WWE, especially now that Triple H is the head of creative. Okada really could have been a major player in WWE, but clearly AEW had the better offer, so we're happy for him nonetheless. Well guys, that's it for today's major wrestling news. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you'll never miss out on an episode. Finally, if you haven't already, give us a follow on Twitter at TSE Wrestling, and we will see you guys in the next video.